Truth and Beauty by Elizabeth Akers Allen, 1832 to 1911. Strange truth and beauty are enemies, treading forever on each other's toes. Strange rhymes are always made of that which is too false or silly to be said in prose. Now, here's a sonnet by our village poet, inscribed to Kate, in most romantic style. Whereas, and one with half an eye might know it, he means Sophronia Tompkins all the while. He sings of golden curls. If fiery tresses had heat to match their hue, her hair would burn. He mentions airy grace, while she possesses a form as shapeless as an old-time churn. Heavens! After this I shall never inquire why people always call the poet's song a lyre. Okay, this is by Elizabeth Akers Allen. She's an American poet from Maine. She married a sculptor, and they went to Italy, and unfortunately he died in Italy. She began to write poetry when she was about 15 years old under the pseudonym of Florence Percy. Let's see, she had various poems published in Boston, and for several years she was the literary editor of the Portland, Maine Advertiser. Okay, so what's this poem about? Well, this poem is a joke, yeah? This poem is laughing at truth and beauty. It's laughing at the way poets try to make everything sound beautiful and wonderful, and how poets lie, and the things that they're talking about bear no relationship to reality at all. So, strange truth and beauty are enemies. So I think she's saying it's strange, but truth and beauty are enemies. They're opposites. Yeah, beauty and truth, they don't go together. Treading on each other's toes, treading forever. So they're always giving the other one problems. Strange rhymes are always made of that which is too false or silly to be said in prose. So poets write rhymes and poems about things that are just too untrue, too false, or just too stupid to be written about normally. Yeah, so if something is just a complete lie or just totally ridiculous, yeah, it's so ridiculous you can't write about it normally, then that's when they write about things in rhyme and in poetry. Yeah, so poetry, I think, is a beautiful way of saying things. But this goes deeper between truth and beauty. Now here's a sonnet by our village poet, inscribed to Kate. So now let me give you an example. Our local poet has written a poem, a sonnet, inscribed to Kate. So this is an ode to Kate in most romantic style. So the style is very romantic. Whereas, and one with half an eye might know it, he means Sophronia Tompkins all the while. So yes, it says it's called Inscribed to Kate, but if you've got half a brain, it's obvious to you that this poem is to Sophronia Tompkins. He sings of golden curls, so he says that the curls on her head are made of gold. And then, if fiery tresses had heat to match their hue, her hair would burn. So I think here he's saying that she's actually a redhead. She hasn't got golden hair, she's got red hair. And she's got fiery tresses, fiery curls of hair. Yeah? And if they had heat, if their temperature was the same as their hue, yeah, if the temperature of her hair was the same as their colour, then her hair would burn. So bright orange, burning red. He mentions airy graces, so airy grace. So he says that this lady has airy grace, while in reality she possesses a form as shapeless as an old-time churn. Okay, a churn is a milk churn. Yeah, the shape of a milk churn. It's sort of fat and round with a small head on top. Yeah, so her form is not airy grace. Yeah, it's rather terrible, but airy grace is a beautiful way to describe it. But this is the difference between truth and beauty. Truth is one thing, beauty is another, and the two shall never meet. Heavens, after this I never shall inquire why people always call the poet's song a lyre. Okay, so after this, she's never again going to ask why people call the poet's song a lyre. So here, this is a pun. She's playing with the word lyre, L-I-A-R, yeah? Lyre, something that is not true, yeah? So what she's suggesting with this, she's making a joke saying that the song of poets are all lies. Notice we use the word lyrical poetry. Yeah, it's saying beautiful things. Yeah, it's giving beautiful ideas and ways of describing things. Yeah, and well, she's actually saying that this lyrical thing, instead of lyre, it's just lies, and it's just not true. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Truth and Beauty by Elizabeth Akers Allen.